What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about the Valentine's event, talk about where you guys need to be farming for the event, and then I'm going to show you guys a little Shun Ei run at the end of this video. So the first thing, guys, is that we do have the check-in login event now that is available where we're going to be acquiring all of these little rewards. We got the selector here that you can get where you can choose one of these characters. Now, Alice here is actually a really good choice for your red element fighters because she actually increases red element fighter attack by 55%. So she's actually a really good leadership, fun little character to play in PvP. And lovely Kula here is actually an insane striker for Nightmare Geese. However, currently we do have the banner with Shun Ei and Iori, and Shun Ei is actually a much better striker, so if you already have him, it really will make her less useful. Other than that, guys, there really is no point to have any of these characters, even for RHD, especially with the arrival of Ivy, with the arrival of Iori, with the arrival of Shun Ei, Hotaru. All these characters do insanely well. You can really cheeseball RHD, so really having any of these characters won't really be that beneficial for you. Again, good leadership here, and Kula can be a really good striker for Nightmare Geese. And then we have all these little goodies here, which is pretty damn nice. So you're going to be able to get some pink and black and red Valentine chocolates, which is actually really nice because this is what you're going to need to craft for rubies, which we all like, right? That's definitely great. Really good to see that they're giving us those things. That's really great. And then these tokens here are going to be used in the Valentine event mission. It's the same tokens that you're going to be acquired here. Now you're going to have like your dailies that you're going to be able to do every single day, whether your soul quest, dispatch, power up dungeons, all these are your dailies. You want to make sure you do these every single day to acquire as many of these as possible so you can craft more of those ruby boxes. And then you're going to be able to do these so many times. Greet guild members, and you'll have so many times that you can do this. Make sure you do come in here, guys, and do all these, collect as many of these tokens as possible. So that way, again, you can acquire as many rubies as possible. When you go to the Valentine's crafting event, you can see that you're going to need all these resources to craft these ruby boxes. And in here, guys, you can get up to 200 rubies per box, which is awesome. That is really, really lit that Netmarble is doing this. I wish they would do this more often. Now, they do have these boxes here. But in these boxes, guys, you can get imprint ores, you can get awakened materials, you can get, hammers. I would not advise doing this at all. I do not pull for these things, guys. You can easily farm for these. Even if I was a new player, I would not do this. I would just wait because you're going to be able to easily farm hammers over time. Like nothing, guys. You'll end up getting an abundance of those damn things. You'll end up getting an abundance of these awakened capsules. You just don't need them. So I personally would recommend always just go for the rubies. They do have a selector in here for, again, the Valentine's fighters. I've already talked about them. You can do what you want here if you want to pull for them or not. But again, I would just straight up go for these rubies, guys. Now, you're going to be able to acquire these three here from those boxes we looked at the check-in login event, but also wherever you see this little icon here, it's going to tell you exactly where to farm. You have the you can farm in the Epic Event Dungeon, Halls of Elements, Battle Card Dungeon, League Match, and Halls of Elements, and Epic Advent Dungeon. You're going to be doing those every day regardless, so you're going to be able to collect them. And then, of course, you're going to be able to go into the Battle Card Dungeon, which is where I would recommend that you farm all these. So you can see right here, guys, you see this little icon right here. You can go into battle. There's that icon. You play it a few times, and you can get those materials. You can also go into the dungeon here. And you can see, guys, that little icon is on both of these. You click on Event Dungeon, and wherever you see that icon, you can play these, guys, play in both of these. So that way you can acquire more of these boxes. Again, these boxes have the pink, black, and red chocolates for you, so you can help get those rubies. And then, of course, in Power Up Dungeon, guys, I would highly recommend that you guys come into of course, you can do Halls of Elements here, but come into the street operation here and farm in the highest tier possible so you can get as many of those boxes. Now, you don't want to farm too much. You don't want to use too much of your AP. What I would recommend, guys, is maybe for a few days, just acquire as many of those tokens as possible, so many tokens you have, and then see how many pink and black and red chocolates you actually need, and then start farming in here. It's really up to you how you really want to do it. You can start farming ahead of time if you want, but farm in the highest tier possible so that way you can acquire these boxes so you can get more of those materials for your ruby boxes. Really nice little event. Really happy to see it. Loving it. Now, Shun Ei. Shun Ei, guys, we're just going to do a little solo run with Shun Ei against Guild Raid, against Nightmare Geese here. And, we all know that Shanae just breaks meters and destroys. Now, I want to be fully transparent with you guys when it comes to playing with good old Shanae. In the run that you guys are going to watch, I did not use any guard canceling, right? And for those of you that don't know, guard canceling is whenever you interrupt your regular attacks with a guard, okay? And I didn't do it because I think a lot of players out there, with the last video I did where I was trying to show how to guard cancel, a lot of people were having trouble doing it. They were having trouble doing it on their phones and what so have you. So I wanted to show you guys a run where we don't use it, just to show how strong Shanae is, even if you don't use it and you play him the easy way. And I will be straight up honest with you guys. I actually tried guard canceling, having him at A5, and I actually did worse. So, and that's just because I'm not that good at it, right? And I don't want to play it over and over and over because I really don't want to get thumbinitis trying to do this. But in this run, guys, I don't use any guard canceling whatsoever. If I did and I was really good at it, I would have been able to do more damage. Something else to note is that you guys saw an Iori run just yesterday with a complete solo where we did about 230 billion, right? And we did use Iori's leadership, which is the same as Athena's, and I'm using Athena's leadership for Shun Ei. However, a big difference is that Shun Ei isn't a balanced type fighter. He doesn't benefit from any of these transcended stats on these cards. He doesn't benefit at all from them, whereas Iori does because he's an attack type fighter. So do keep that in mind. So, we're not going to reach the score that we did with our Iori, but a big reason for that is because, one, we're not going to be guard canceling throughout this entire run, and we're not benefiting from any transcendent stats on our card sets like we did with Iori. All right, both of these characters are godly characters. Both of them are amazing. And you'll notice, guys, whenever you do have this guy at A5, you'll unlock basic move, which increases your damage and your attack speed. It's really, really nice. You'll also notice, guys, like if there's darkness on the ground and I'm attacking and I use the CX core, I just start healing because you get a heal every time you land a basic attack. It's really OP. You have super armor the entire time and you start getting a heal. So even though the darkness might be on the ground and you're just using your EX core, you're going to get a heal as you're doing it throughout the entire EX core, which is pretty damn cool. That is actually really awesome. And, I just leveled up his attack. I leveled up his penetration. I leveled up the first and second skill, max him out, then the third skill, and then, of course, use the basic move. Body and soul is okay. It does add a little extra critical damage, but I really wouldn't recommend using it. And also, guys, we only have 4 stones on Shanae, whereas with Iori, we had 5 full stones, and both of these stones were actually the double attack stones. So Shanae's at a big disadvantage. So the damage that you're going to see him do is actually pretty damn nutty. Plus, I changed Iori's, imprint stones versus Shanae, who's using the native stones for the Volume 8 characters, right? All these things play a huge, huge difference in damage that makes the world of difference, So don't think that Shanae is like weak or anything because he's not going to score as high. It's just that, he doesn't have the optimal imprint stones. He's missing 1 imprint stone. He doesn't have any transcendent stats on the cards like Iori did. He's at a lot of big disadvantages, and this is a character that you really have to be good at guard canceling in really order to get optimal damage out of him. Always remember that when you're watching any run with Shanae, but even though he has all these disadvantages right now, he still is pretty damn awesome as far as really putting up some insane numbers. The guy is just crazy. Also, I don't have max capsules on him either. I just realized that I don't have max capsules on him, so yeah, that's a real bummer that I did that. But again, this is another huge disadvantage. So if I would have had these leveled up, we would have done even more damage. It would have been way, way better. In fact, I'll probably end up, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to go ahead and record another run, and I'll just put that run at the end of this instead of the run that you were going to get instead, because I would at least like to have them with max capsules on them so you get a better idea of the run. But the original run that I recorded for this video was around 170 billion. So I don't know exactly what we're going to get whenever we max out these capsules, but hopefully it's going to be a lot better than 170 billion. So I'm going to leave you guys with the run that I'm actually going to record after the recording of this video. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GW7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.
See ya!
Ready. Go.
負けるつもりはない。
Good.